What's going on YouTube? It's your boy D.Ford here, coming back to you with another video. Today's topic is going to be about the features that sold me on the XXT Plus Charger. Now, as you guys know, this car does not look like any other SXT out there on the road. For one thing, it has the Ripp Supercharger and it has some air suspension laced with some Ace alloy wheels, but obviously, as you guys know from my OG subscribers, that wasn't the plan. The plan was never to customize this car to what it's like. So today we're going to really dive deep inside of this car and look at some of the features that sold me on the car. So as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video and you want more, make sure you give it a thumbs up. But let's go ahead and jump in, all right? Now, a lot of you guys know when I bought this vehicle, my wife was stationed in North Dakota, so I needed an all-wheel drive vehicle, hence the Charger. We already had an SUV, so there was no reason for me to get an SUV, but there was a few things that I wanted in my new vehicle. The number one thing was I needed a heat block under the hood. That if you buy a car in North Dakota, it's almost 100% sure they're going to install a heat block for you. That way I can keep my car plugged up overnight or while I'm at work. It keeps the engine nice and warm, so once I come in and I hit that remote start, it starts up no issues. Now granted, when I was in North Dakota, I had a heated garage, didn't need it at the house, but I also needed it at work. So that was a plus, that was a must-have there. Don't really need it here in Alabama. It doesn't get really too cold down here, and when it does, I'm normally in shorts and a t-shirt. Now, the next thing that I wanted was a heated steering wheel. As you guys can see here, when I go to my controls here on my dash, I have the heated steering wheel right there. That's a plus. You can program your Uconnect to, when you hit the remote start, it will automatically turn that heated steering wheel on when it's on a certain temperature when you hit that remote start. So I've had that in a few vehicles. We have it right now in my my wife's Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I said I want that in my Charger. Now granted, like I said, this is an XXT, but it's not like a lot of other XXTs that are out there. So I want it what I want, and if I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna actually make sure I get what I want also. The next thing was heated seats. Now, these are leather seats, and if you guys have leather seats out there and you've been anywhere that is cold, even when there's hot, this leather seat either attracts cold and attracts the heat. So when again I go back to my controls here, I'm gonna turn off the heating steering wheel because it's like 65 degrees or something like that. I really don't need it, but I can turn my heated seats on, and it has two settings. It has a low heat and it has a high heat. Actually, I just turned it on. I can feel it already. So I'm gonna turn that off. Again, that was something that I really wanted. So the heated steering wheel, the heated steering wheel, the heated seats. Another great thing, a few cars back, I had a Nissan Maxima SV. That was the first vehicle that I was in that had ventilated seats. And guess what? This Dodge Charger also has ventilated seats. This is a great thing to have on your car. If you have the option to do it, make sure you do so. And you can thank me later. Definitely when you're coming back from the gym or anything like that, or it's hot like a day like today, and you can just go ahead and turn those ventilated seats on. Same thing with the heated seats. It has two settings. It has high and it has low. I've noticed with the ventilated seats, you really don't know that it's on. Like, I can feel that it's on right now because I'm concentrating on it. But a lot of times where I'll start my car and the Uconnect will realize how hot it is, it would automatically turn the ventilated seats on. And then sometimes I'm like, man, what is that? Why is it kind of cold down there? And I realize that my ventilated seats are on. So that's a plus. Again, something else, if you can get that on your car, make sure you do so, because you will thank me later. You will love it, and your family will love it, and you can't beat that there. Now, like I said, now I'm sitting in the back seat, and we talked about how your family is going to thank you, because also in the back seat there are heated seats. I have two USB ports down here that are perfect for if you have kids. As you guys know, I do. I have a 3-year-old son that who loves his iPad, who loves electronics just like me. And so you want to be able to have accessibility back here so that he can still be on his iPad, he can still play with his things and still be comfortable. And as you guys see, I'm a pretty big guy and I have plenty of leg room. No issues whatsoever. The seats are very comfortable back here. I'm rarely back here. I'm just back here for this video, but you know, I wouldn't mind being chauffeured in here, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the back seat is entertainment friendly, user friendly. Only thing that I wish that it did have, me being a father, is I wish it had some TVs. Maybe it's TVs in the headrest, or maybe a TV in the roof, or something like that. But that's an easy upgrade. We did it to my wife's Jeep, so if I really wanted to do it, I can do it back here. Another plus about this vehicle is the trunk space. Yes, this is a daily driver, but it also is a show car, so I have a ample enough space to go ahead and put my groceries in and still have a custom box with two 12-inch JVCs with no issues whatsoever. So I always like to have trunk space with all my vehicles, because it kind of sucks to have just only one vehicle that has all the trunk space. As you guys know, my air suspension is down there where the spare tire would have gone, or is, but I took it out. So yes, this bad boy has a lot of trunk space, and it even has more if I was to take that box out there. Now, getting to the safety of the vehicle does come equipped with park assist on this Charger here, on the XXT. Now, granted, I did swap out with the Hellcat rear bumper. So when I did that, I had to make sure that that Hellcat bumper had the park assist inserts in there, so I was able to just swap those out. That also was something that lowered my insurance. Another great thing, it has lane assist also. So as you guys can see, if I'm trying to turn my steering wheel, but there's an object or a vehicle that's on the passenger side or the driver's side, this indicator right here will light up and let me know that there is someone in my blind spot for me. I think that's another thing that, I know for a fact that is another thing that lowered my insurance, but I think that's something that I wish all cars did come with, because it is a safety precaution. I definitely know for my Challenger drivers out there, you guys have a humongous blind spot. It's really hard to see out of that bad boy. So that something like that will definitely help out for you. Now, one thing that did attract me initially to this car was these headlights here. I think it really gives it a nice mean look to the Charger. As you guys know, I did upgrade it with the Dial Dynamics color changing lights there. And that was just a nice little touch to add to that car. But I'm gonna be honest with you, that was one of the first things that I saw when I looked at the Charger, was these headlights. As you guys know, some other little additional things that really wasn't a selling point to me, but it was a nice feature to have, was the car did come with paddle shifters. That was something nice that I, again, experienced first in that Nissan Maxima that I had talked about earlier. Having those paddle shifters was a nice touch. Of course, the biggest one was all-wheel drive. I can't stress that enough. Having that all-wheel drive is a must. I have the side mirrors dimmer. I also have the rear mirror dimmer also on the inside, so that when someone is shining their high beams, it automatically dims it for me. But those are just some of the features that really sold me on the car. Like I said, a lot of people, whether they're haters or they're just really curious, always ask, why did you buy a V6? And a lot of people think, when they think of a V6, they think of a base model. They think of cloth seats, no heated nothing, no anything. So when a lot of people get in my car, one of the first things they say is, wow, this is pretty nice on the inside. But I really wanted to kind of bring that to you guys, the subscribers, and let you guys take a deeper look into the car. So I hope that was, hope I was able to succeed with that today. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As I always say, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. But I guess I'll catch you on the next one. All right, we out.